My name is Njoroge. I'm a marketer by profession, and I love anything to do with people, talking to people, interacting with people. I had a bit of discipline in terms of saving, but it wasn't as consistent as I would want, or as I would wish. It wasn't really consistent. I was still taking many things for granted. But after Centonomy, now that's when I realized there's so much I can do, and there's so much I've wasted over the years. But I think from the first lesson we were told, don't focus on the past, look at the future. So I would say with Centonomy, it has grounded me, and I know now from now henceforth I'll be making good financial decisions. I got to hear about Centonomy a long time ago from my elder brother. By that time, we discussed it, but I didn't take the class. I don't think he did either. But we were discussing such. So recently, I've been thinking about the different type of investments I can do. So I said, maybe I can try out this class, because I know now they deal with the details of how to invest, what you should look for, and all that. So I also heard it from a friend who did the career hub. So that gave me motivation now to proceed. The classes were very interactive. I loved each and every class. It was an eye-opener and also encouraging for me and inspiring for me, because that's when I realized there's so much I haven't been doing right in terms of finances, and I've been taking too many things for granted. So even as I was interacting with people in class, I realized I wasn't alone. And I thought maybe I was having some unique problems, but I realized many of my classmates had the same problems, and Centonomy was addressing the problems in a realistic way, in a practical way. So that is what I loved about the class. The first one was personal finance, because it was addressing me directly. It was like looking at the mirror, but now focusing on your finances. Number one, that's when I realized there was an assignment you were given where you do a budget for your month. You put your salary there, then you break down your costs and your savings, everything you spend on. So when I did that, I got some shocking things there. That's when I realized I waste a lot of money. One, on takeout. Two, on time with the boys or something like that. So fun is expensive. So when I did my budget, and part of the assignment was, we see how much you can save from the budget. You put your current costs, then you identify where you can save. So in doing the comparison, I identified a few items that I could knock off. Actually, there were quite a number, and I realized there's a lot I could save. I was at the back of my mind, I knew there's only so much I can save, but looking at the budget, it helped me to identify more loopholes of where I can save. So I think that really helped, and actually from that class, immediately I started to adjust my life and my habits. So from then on, I've been able to save a few items, and I'm very proud of myself. So right now I'm just continuing to see what else I can save. My second class that really blew my mind was the time value of money. it's actually shocking because when I was planning, prior to Centonomy, when I was planning my future and all that, I was only picturing now. But you see, the principles of time value of money, when you have a 10-year goal or a 5-year goal, this economy and circumstances of now and 10 years to come is totally different. So I realize now, when you're planning for the 10 years, you have to consider for stuff like inflation and all that. So you need to plan for it. Otherwise, it will be futile. So that was very scary. Stuff like even school fees for kids, which is very crucial. The beauty is you can plan now so that you have an easier time by that time. I think that's what blew my mind. You can pick any school you want. You start planning for it now, or whatever goal. Like for me, I had a goal of maybe earning at least maybe 700,000 or 600,000 in about 10 years. What do I need to do to earn such by that time? So you see, I need to identify an investment that has yield of maybe 10% plus. And there are a couple of them. Centonomy pointed out there's government bonds. So you can start on those. You just put in money, you forget. So I think those are the two classes that caught my eye. To begin with, now from my budget for the month, I identified I was spending too much money on my internet bill. I have a router at home, and there's also a package on my phone. So those two combined, I remember there were like 3 months I spent about 7,000 on internet alone, and that is just ridiculous. So I went ahead and bought a MiFi from JTL. The package is very reasonable. With 1,000 bob, you can get 25 GB. With this 25 GB, it can push me close to a month. So my router at home is about 3,000. So I'm saving on 4,000 on my phone bill for data. So for starters, that was a big save. I never thought of that before. Something else, on weekend hangouts with the boys, something like that, I used to spend about maybe like 3,000 or 2,500 each weekend. In a month, it's like 12,000. That's rent for someone actually. So I identified a few of those, and you know, for a long time I was conditioned that I know I can only save so much, but knocking off such, you see, I can be able to save even more. These are loopholes I never even focused on before. So I would like to thank Centonomy for pointing that out. Through the budget, that's the only way I could see the difference, where I can save and all that. So far, that's what I've done, and it's really working for me. For you to achieve your dreams, you need to have a plan in place. Centonomy provides these tools. Centonomy provides the tools for you to identify the opportunities and the step-by-step process of how you can get there. If you have a goal, then you need to develop a plan to get there. You cannot just end up there. So through Centonomy and the practical approach of it, it showed me that if I want to get there, there are certain steps. There's something I have to do. It cannot be wishful thinking. And it has also boosted my confidence in managing my own money as well. There's so much I've realized I can do with my money that I feel like maybe I should have even started earlier. So for Centonomy, I think that was the groundbreaking thing for me, that there's so much opportunity for everyone. Everyone has the same opportunities. It's just how you use those opportunities. I would recommend Centonomy to anyone who wants to command their future. I would also recommend it to young students. I think the earlier you start, the better. The better you'll understand yourself, the better you'll understand your ambitions, and now you'll be able to plan yourself better on how to achieve your ambitions and your dreams. So I would really recommend it to also anyone who wants to start a business, because you see it gives you now the realities of how to start your business, what to expect. Because now I think everyone, when you start a business, everyone expects to flourish like the first year or something like that. There are certain realities that Centonomy, like I said, it's very practical. It gives you that grounding that you need to be very practical in what you're doing, and how you'll achieve your goals, it has to be strategic. So for me, I would really recommend it to everyone. Everything starts with steps. Even the rich people started somewhere. They all started probably from taking such classes like Centonomy. So for me, I realized now there's a clear path now to me achieving my goals and my dreams. That's the one thing I came to realize, that it is possible. And how it's possible is having a plan. You can only get there through a plan. So for me, I also realized that I have capacity to save more. I was able to also identify different avenues of investment. Previously, I think for majority of people, most people believe that land is everything. That's what you need to have wealth. But I don't think that's the case. After Centonomy, I realized you actually need investments that they also make you cash rich, not just asset rich. If you end up asset rich, maybe in your retirement age, and you don't have the cash, then you'll suffer. So for me, that was the main takeout, that I need to diversify my investments, not just on land, because I know a good percentage of people still believe that land is the main investment that you can do. But for Centonomy, it made me realize that there are other avenues to invest.